There's this skill that some people have that we refer to as collapsing time. And so I want to ask you the question, what if I told you that you didn't need to experience time as past, present, and future? That you could live in the future right now, or at least in the future version of yourself. That you could take time as we know it in a linear fashion and reduce it, bend it to your own will, and almost experience it in a way that allows you to achieve all of the goals that you've ever wanted to accomplish much, much faster than you ever thought was possible and that anyone around you is capable of doing. In this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly how you're going to do that, and right after I eat my post-gym protein. In order to kind of set the tone for this video, I'm going to explain to you guys the concept exactly as Google describes it when I look up what is collapsing time. And so the new Google AI overview tells us that collapsing time is a concept often used in productivity and coaching to mean accelerating the achievement of goals, essentially speeding up the time it takes to get from a current state to a desired future result. It involves the shifting of mindset, increasing of focus, and adopting the behaviors of a future self to bring goals into reality faster. So that is what collapsing time actually is. And now you're probably sitting there thinking to yourself right now in the same way that I was like so many months ago or almost even a year ago, and thinking to myself, yo, what the fuck does that actually mean? What am I supposed to do with that information? We're going to dive into the details of exactly what you're going to do in a couple of seconds here, but what I want to tell you is that collapsing time isn't about working a whole lot harder or working faster. It's about removing this feeling that you have inside of you that your goal is far away, because it simply isn't. Most people are living their lives in this construct, under this umbrella of beliefs, let's say. They have this goal, let's say it's making more money, getting in shape, could be literally anything that you want to achieve, and they're seeing it as something that is going to be accomplished in the future, something that they're actually trying to, make their way to, which means that every day they wake up, they tell themselves that, okay, I am here, and the thing that I want is over here, linearly downstream of time. And so that would imply that there's a massive gap between where they are right now and where they desire to be. Now, the irony is that this gap isn't real. It's something that your brain is creating. And it's something that you can remove. It's fiction. If you constantly think to yourself that your goal is so far away, and you always say, I need more time, I'm not there yet, I'm not the kind of person who achieves that certain goal yet, I need to take different actions, then your brain is going to tell yourself, okay, got it. I got the message, brother. Like, we're not there yet. We got to work a little bit harder. And it's going to keep you acting like the person who is still trying to get to where you want to get to. So here's the simplest way to describe to you how you are going to collapse time. You are going to stop focusing on achieving the result that you want. Fuck the result. If you want to be a millionaire, if you want to lose 30 pounds, if you want to do this, if you want to do that, stop thinking about achieving the result and start becoming from within the person who has already achieved it. Act in accordance with the identity of the person who has achieved all of the things that you say that you want. Ask yourself, if I already had this life, how would I think today? If I already achieved this thing, how would I feel today? How would I make my decisions? How would I react to certain external circumstances? What would I tell myself is true about myself and the world and the universe? What would I stop overthinking on a regular basis? And what would feel normal to me right now? And I want to make an important distinction that this is not fake fucking confidence. This is not pretending that you're going to be this person. You're not putting on a show, putting on a mask. Fuck that. You have to actually generate the feeling from deep within that this is already your reality. And the reason this is going to work is because your brain doesn't track time in the same way that you think it does. It doesn't track time linearly. It doesn't track time like a clock. Now, yes, when we go through our day, we look at time passing in a linear fashion, but your brain, the subconscious part of it doesn't work that way. That's only your conscious brain. It simply tracks what it believes as truth and what feels real to you on the subconscious side. And so when something different starts feeling real to you, you will naturally make decisions differently, think differently, react to situations differently, and overall show up differently in your life without forcing it or trying to do or be someone that you're not. I want to be so incredibly clear about one thing that is going to prevent you from ever being able to collapse time for the rest of your life. And so if what I've just described seems interesting to you and you want to go ahead and do it and you feel as though it would help you achieve the goals that you set your mind to and all these different things, if you are going to do this one thing, you will never, ever be able to do it. And that is comparing yourself to others or placing your goals relative to the position that other people find themselves in. What comparison prevents and what it does is actually extremely simple, but so incredibly destructive. It changes changes the reference point in time that you are trying to collapse into your current reality. It moves the goalposts constantly. And so you start measuring progress to your desired goal relative to where you started, and you start measuring it against somebody else's progress. And let me tell you, the irony of that and why it never works is because when you place your goals relative to what somebody else is doing, or, let's say somebody in my specific vertical is 2 years ahead of where I'm at, and I want to live a life like them, have a business like them, and do everything like them. Well, as I grow from within, I grow within my business, I grow within myself, I improve my mind and my body. What are they also doing? They're also growing. So how can I ever expect to achieve a desired reality that constantly moves away from me as I move closer to it? And I know you know exactly how that feels, because you've probably achieved a bunch of different things in your life, and for like literally a split second or for a moment, it feels like progress or some genuine achievement. And then you look at somebody else who is farther ahead from you, and that feeling goes away completely. Progress doesn't feel like progress anymore. Achievement doesn't feel like achievement anymore. It now feels like you're late to the party. It feels like you didn't do enough. It feels like you're ages upon ages away from what you actually wanted to have happen on a more macro scale, and you just feel small. Now, nothing about your situation or your achievement there was actually belittled or changed. It just felt different. And the truth about reality is that it's all feeling. Emotion is reality. If you check out one of my other videos, I explain that very much in depth. So if you're able to never compare yourself to others, which I know is easier said than done, but trust me, like through this, you will have the capacity to do it. I believe in you. You're now going to ask yourself, what are the steps I need to take to collapse time in my own life? Not in theory, but in a way that my brain actually begins to accept this as real. Here are the 3 steps. First, you need to lock in a vision that is 100% uniquely yours. A desired outcome or a desired state that you want to be in because you want it, not because somebody else has it or because somebody else told you should want it. Because if the vision isn't yours, your brain will not believe it, and if your brain does not believe it, it will not move towards it. So instead of asking yourself, what do I want? Possibly ask yourself, what feels like inevitability to me? What would feel like a natural future state for me to be in based on what I believe my desires to be? And then it'll be a lot easier for you to actually pinpoint. Second, you're going to stop thinking that this version of yourself or this desired reality occurs in the future. And you're going to begin to embody the version of yourself that would be in it today. And you need to do this on a daily basis, as a daily practice. That's the problem that most people have, is they think that if they just, think about this every now and then, it's going to materialize for them. And they're going to be able to have this superpower of collapsing time. It doesn't work that way. You can't think about your future self once and maybe visualize it once. You need to generate the feeling every day, all the time, of this is already me, this has already happened, I operate in accordance with the reality that I desire, that has already happened for me. And the easiest way to do that would be, if you are someone who, is very busy, you pick one moment or a couple of moments throughout the day where you just consciously put yourself in this mode, or put yourself in the shoes of this person, in the identity that you want to be in, or that you need to be in and desire to be in, whether it be in the morning when you wake up, which I recommend, in the middle of the day during lunch, in the evening before you go to bed, all great times, but you need to do it on a regular basis. And third, you have to actually move from that identity. All of your life's movements operate out of that identity. There is no more this version 1.0 of you who is on the path to achieving these things. There is only version 2.0 who has already achieved them, and you operate out of that identity always. Not later, not, in a few weeks, immediately. Because if you feel it, but you don't actually operate or act in accordance with this new identity, your brain ain't gonna buy it, and you're gonna come back to this video and say, fuck you, Tristan, I did exactly what you said and it never worked. I don't have any of the things that I wanted. And I'm gonna ask you, okay, did you really take the actions in accordance with this new identity, or did you skip the gym, or did you skip doing the work that you knew you should be doing because you're procrastinating, operating out of version 1.0? And I'm gonna say, yeah, no shit that you didn't achieve anything that you actually wanted. And I'll give you some examples that occurred in my own life and with some of my clients that kept us stuck in version 1.0. It can be things like not posting the content you need to post. It can be things like not sending the outreach messages you need to send, not having the tough conversations you need to have, or not hiring the people you need to hire. And the key is not trying to always be perfect, because you can't be perfect. Nobody is perfect. You just need to reduce the gap drastically between who you are right now and the version of the person who would be in the desired reality that you have, found for yourself. And every time you do that, you are actively shrinking this distance. If you do it consistently enough, I guarantee you it disappears. And you've permanently become version 2.0, and you collapse time and you become a superhuman, essentially. So collapsing time, like I've just described it, is extremely simple. Stop treating your future like it is some faraway thing and start living like it is yours already today. And when your brain and your subconscious brain genuinely starts to believe it, and you start acting in accordance with the person you would be in this desired reality, things will not take years for you. They will take weeks, they will take months, and you will be able to achieve things in record time and in quantities of time people will genuinely question how you were capable of doing it. Now, go out into the world, collapse time, be a superhuman, and I genuinely hope that you enjoyed the video. I'm going to do a lot more yapping in my car like this. I think I genuinely enjoy the environment, and my car always smells fucking awesome. If you want to watch some more videos very much related to this kind of concept, feel free to check out other ones on my channel, or you can go to my Instagram at tristan.vds. It'll be right here in the corner, if not in this corner over here behind my steering wheel. And I have a bunch more videos just in short form, a similar concept. And if you want my help to kind of help you better understand these things or remove a lot of blockers that you feel are keeping you stuck in business, then you can feel free to send me a DM on Instagram and we'll have an incredible conversation. I'm looking forward to speaking with you. Have a great day, everybody. Go manifest your dream life, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.